Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Bring It Dawn. Let's speak to Sovereign Spa, which I'm guessing is a combination of Spore and Paw.
What path lies before me? What is
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakeward.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwergar invaders? We can manage that. Better than picking this fight, surely.
But yeah, we've already managed it. Why did these Dwergar attack?
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
You harbor a fugitive gnome. Admirable of you.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song.
So we've already taken care of the Dwergar. I still want to explore my Oath of Devotion option, so we'll take that and then turn in the quest. They killed your young. I won't let them get away with an evil so base.
An illusion comes over you. A Dwergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the circle a service. We will await word.
May as well inquire about this while we're here. Planting spores in a corpse. What magic is this?
We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Yeah, I don't think the spores are evil. It's just how they survive. So let's inquire about it. These spores hold such power. How might I gain this knowledge?
You may not. The spores hear only the circle. They dance to no other harmony.
Okay. The Dwergar are slain. The rot has been purged.
The music shifts. Still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Dwergar blight. but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
My, but this sovereign likes to delegate.
Near was the drow that... the drow we unpetrified, I guess that the spectator unpetrified, told us about. Consider it done. I will bring Near's head to you.
The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
But hey, Spore Grenade. Explodes in a cloud of invigorating energy that hastens creatures within. Cool. Can't loot those bodies. Let's talk to him again.
Peacebringer, be at home.
Also really like his design. It's very alien, but also very pretty. His facial structure reminds me a lot of how Greys, the aliens, are typically depicted in media. Oh, Society of Brilliance. Bibberbang. Oh, Bliss Spores. Affected entity has a plus 1d6 bonus to attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws until the next long rest. What if we can come back here and grab that?
So many minds connected. What could they accomplish?
At the very least, we can read his meticulous notes.
The trader appears encouraged by your interest in this item, though of course you'll need to pay for it.
I just want to read? Okay, we'll trade. What do we have? Boots of Genial Striding. Grants Genial Strider. The wearer's movement speed is unimpeded by difficult terrain. The soles of these boots warp and shift like warm clay manipulated by an unseen sculptor's hands. Circlet of Blasting. Grants Scorching Ray. This delicate circlet grants its wearer the ability to cast a Scorching Ray spell. Might be worth it on Gale. The Baneful. This blade's magical powers only function if it's bound to an Eldritch Knight or as a Warlock's pact weapon. Interesting. So favored weapon. This weapon has a +1 bonus to damage and attack rolls, and Baneful Bond. On a hit, possibly bane your target. The wizard Odaluk wrote about bound weapons and their propensity to coalesce with their wielder as a pair come together. He also wrote about their dangers, which are manifold, and their benefits, which make the danger worth it. So I think overall, I like the weapon Will currently has equipped better. But I was thinking about having Will go Duelist. I don't know if he gets a fighting style or not, but if he does... because he starts with the rapier when you get him. I think that's very fitting. It's also a finesse weapon, which, well, doesn't matter because he uses charisma to attack. I could give Will the... depending on what his gloves currently are, I could give him the dexterity gloves that we have. Might be worth exploring. Psychic Spark grants psychic missiles, Shoot an additional dart whenever you cast Magic Missile. Not that great, but pretty neat. Every gem hanging from this necklace is warm to the touch, as if waiting to ignite. Cinder Shoes. Grant cinders. Whenever you burn an enemy, you gain 2 turns of heat. Which does what? Engulfed by a vengeful fire, take 1 to 4 fire damage each turn, but can use heat convergence. Which does what? Consume your heat to fuel a powerful attack. The next time you deal fire damage, you deal an additional 1 fire damage for every turn of heat remaining. You gain 2 fire damage. Well, I guess you could stack it more than that. Trying to think of a way I could use this. Maybe with Karlach and the Everburn Blade? But the Everburn Blade doesn't inflict burning. It just does fire damage. Despite the many scorch marks, these leather boots are somehow still supple and intact. Sunwalker's Gift grants Sunwalker's Gift. The wearer can see in the dark up to 40 feet. The ring's arcane jewel parts, all but the darkest of shadows. I take that just because. The Lifebringer grants Life Charger. When the wearer gains lightning charges, they also gain 3 temporary hit points. The temporary hit points disappear if the wearer runs out of lightning charges. Lightning is like magic, Eri the Sparkstruck once said. And what is magic but life itself? Melv's First Staff grants Arcane Enchantment. You gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Interesting. It also grants Melf's Acid Arrow and Topple like all quarterstaves do. In spite of, or perhaps because of, his suspiciously amusing name, the Wizard Melf was actually quite a talented spellcaster and innovator in the field of the arcane. He even led an order called the Knights of Luna. The Evil Eye. We have a lot of stuff we can sell. Need to put all these notes and books into the camp storage. Okay. So I'll grab this for Gale. I'll grab this for Will. At least try it out. If I don't like it, we'll swap back to his other weapon. Right now he has advantage on attacks. Is the +1 from the favored weapon stacked on top of the +1 weapon enchantment to make it a +2? And this I'm not too worried about. We can usually just jump over difficult terrain that we come across. We haven't come across any that covers the entire battlefield yet. This will be useful in general. Probably more so for Will. Does he already have Dark Vision? I think that's one of his incantations I could have given him. This seems very niche. And Gale hardly gets focused anyway. It works with his build, but I'm going to give him this instead. And also like this. I could just do away with the Thunder build that Gale is currently doing. It'd open up more options, because it eats up so many equipment slots, and it's really limiting. You can always give it to somebody else instead. Maybe Halson when he becomes a companion. Not too worried about the heat or the psychic spark. We'll grab this. It's a little pricey, but we have a ton of stuff to sell back in camp. Let's do that real quick.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Oh, we do have this. Or the ring that I thought that we had. So these should pair well together. So right now, when you deal damage with a cantrip, you gain arcane synergy for 2 turns. Weapon attacks deal additional damage equal to affected entity spellcasting ability modifier. Oh, it's weapon attack specifically. This would be better on Will. This will work on Gale. So when you deal acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage using a spell or cantrip, that element infuses your weapon. No, it's still with weapon attack. So neither one of these is great on Will, or on Gale. My bad. I'm gonna swap this out. He's also going to get... yeah, the Necklace of Elemental Augmentation. I mean, I don't have a better ring to give him, so we could go ahead and have that equipped for now anyway. Eventually swap it out. We'll give him the Boots of Speed, I suppose. Let's make sure he doesn't have any more of the lightning charge equipment. I don't think that he does. Alright, so we have 2 pieces of equipment to give to Will. I could run back and do that real quick. I'm tempted to swap out Astarion for Will anyway. Let's talk to Blurg.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
I've never seen a hobgoblin like you before.
The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
A mind flayer infected me with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Explain the whole story.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No seromorphosis?
Oh.
That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
An illithid is your friend. How is that possible?
I have broken free from the Elder Brain's yoke. I no longer serve the grand design. I ask that you refrain from violence, while I respect that your opinion of my kind may not change.
Do you still eat brains? What is the grand design?
A collective quest to eliminate the Gith and enslave all other humanoids. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Relax and let Omelum's mind search your own. I think I said that right. Or I missed a syllable. Anyway, let his mind search your own.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Can you extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
How severe? I have healing magic.
I intend no disrespect, but one can only heal so much of their own brain tissue. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Tell Omeleum about the strange mind flayer's ship you were on.
A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Thanks for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
Isn't the stasis why the tadpole hasn't killed me yet? Also, can I trade with him as well? No, it's still Blurg. Yeah. Isn't the stasis why the tadpole hasn't killed me yet?
I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava.
Bypass. What kind of alchemy are we talking about?
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timisk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timisks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
Lovely. So where do I find these mushrooms?
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric.
Well, why would a cleric have a bunch of dangerous mushrooms?
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
Alright, I'll come back when I find the mushrooms.
May your travels be safe and swift. I have never seen anything like it, Blur. Is my species evolving?
Did I buy the meticulous notes? I thought that I did. Alright, real quick. I'm gonna send all of this stuff back to camp. I probably should have put all of it in the book first. It's fine. It'd be great if we got a merchant in camp at some point, because I have a lot of stuff to sell, and shepherding it back and forth is going to be tedious, to say the least. Let's go grab our rewards from behind that door, wherever that's at.
The myconid soothes you with hums and whistles.
Seems like they don't have anything to say. Oh, we can have one acorn truffle. Some scruffy vagabond clothes. How do they look? Another merchant.
Fleshwalker, tongue talker. Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Sovereign Glut. Yeah, we'll take this one. Bring to mind your oath, an outstretched hand, a promise kept.
It reveals its owner home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Dwegar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwegar rot. I mean to join you.
For you still to fight for this circle is admirable. We go together.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
Cool. So dash, jump, fist, 6 to 26 damage is pretty generous, and poison damage. Hide, animate spores. Sorry, animating spores. Release spores at a corpse animated as a spore servant under your command. Only affects one target at a time. No effect on corpses of constructs, plants, or aberrations. Multi-attack. 12 to 52 damage. And disengage. Okay.
It is time. We take death to the Dwegar.
It's already done. The Duergar are dead.
I must see it for myself. Lead me to the rot. I wish to see it fester.
Okay. Well, good. Maybe we can still give him some closure. Just looking for some books up there. She'll probably want me to buy them, though. Gareth Bone Cloak. It's a cool last name.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Haven't seen him.
Right. Never mind.
Who is he to you?
My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it.
Need some help finding him?
Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout.
What does Balin look like?
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick.
Show me your wares. Purple Worm Toxin. Okay, your active weapon with toxin that deals an additional 1 to 10 poison damage. On a successful Constitution saving throw, target still takes half damage. The poison is potent enough, even the smallest pinprick can fugue the brain and turn the capillaries into 2 shriveled tubes. May as well take that. Amulet of Restoration, Healing Word, and Mass Healing Word. Gemstone centerpiece of the amulet was long ago modeled and dyed by the tears of a martyr. I don't know if I need to swap out any of my spells for more healing. This allows you to cast these as if you had them prepared. I guess it would work on Gale as well. I also have Ringmail Armor +2. Superior material, you take 1 less slashing damage. Body aid, gain a +1 bonus to strength saving throws and checks. And disadvantage on stealth checks. Pain shirt +2. Same stuff, superior material. You take 1 less slashing damage. Balance. Gain a +1 bonus to dexterity saving throws and checks. What does she have equipped? Hold on, before I do that, we had a crossbow to sell. Yeah, I'd say this is better. Does that effect, the cautious healer effect is too niche for my liking. I also have hide armor +2. This has the balance effect and also ambusher. Get a +1 bonus to initiative rolls. Padded armor +2. You take 2 less bludgeoning damage. I might get that for Will, because he has padded armor +1. We haven't found a lot of good light armor. We have the stuff that Astarion has equipped. I don't really care for Will to have that. Let's give this to Shadowheart for the extra armor class. We'll buy this for Will. So I'm gonna go back and alright, fine. I'm gonna go back and equip Will after we're done getting our reward from the Myconids. A corrosive flail. The +1 grants tenacity. Corrosive strike. Do additional acid damage equal to your proficiency bonus. On a hit, create a pool of acid around the target, which reduces armor class by 2. Acid was long ago abandoned by assassins, who found poison much more reliable in spiking their target's strengths. The acid kept melting the chalices. Oh. This grants 3 arcane acuity. The +1 bonus to its spell attack rolls and spell difficulty class per turn remaining. Another potion of invisibility. I should keep stocking up on those because they seem very handy. Alright, Herbalist Gloves. Grants cleansing touch. If the wearer heals a poisoned creature, it is no longer poisoned. The leather smells faintly of herbs, as if washed in an herbal bath. Ring of Jumping. The ring is scuffed and twisted out of shape, as if worn by big stony fingers. The owner of those fingers has carved Carthol into the warped metal in a fit of affection or possessiveness, and it grants jump. Caustic Band grants Malefic Excretion. Your weapon attacks also deal 2 acid damage. Adjusting this unassuming ring on your finger, you hear a faint sizzle as of pressure being released. Buy that for my paladin. Splint armor +1. It's the same armor class as my plate armor, but I also take 1 less piercing damage. We could easily afford this if I went back to camp and grabbed all the equipment we have stocked there. Alright. Start with this. Shadowheart, you get... Well, I shouldn't be buying all this stuff, because we're about to... go get some more loot. I'm gonna give this to my paladin, I think. Because we have light, I don't really need Sunwalker's gift.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Alright, let's go get our reward.
want Master back. He treats me good now. Doesn't kick me anymore.
What do we have here? Scroll of Blindness, Scroll of Brave Sickness, Shadow of Menzo Baranzan. Book? No, it's a headpiece. Grants Shrouded in Shadow. So become invisible. Invisibility ends early if you attack, cast another spell, take an action, or take damage. You sense the shadows that envelop this Drowcraft cowl, eagerly waiting to envelop you and shield you from view. Well, Astarion, you have a new... Why can't I select you? There we go. New headpiece. Look at his inventory as well. Let's go with type. See, these all count as camping supplies. I'm assuming that these are also poisoned. Maybe we didn't pass the check. We'll see. Couple of scrolls, some wine. Pale corpse. Hey, the other part of this staff. So icy metal. Flecks of frost cover the hole in the bottom of this chunky piece of iron where it was clearly screwed in onto something. Oh, Pegasus feather. Neat. And flump mating rituals. The cover features an embossed image of two flumps with their tendrils entwined.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flump Mating Rituals.
Now recall what you know of this title. Perfect.
Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
The pages, apparently copied from a master tome, describe the construction and use of a grand forge in the Underdark. Among the Sharans dwelled the gnome Siluvyali, whose talents for wizardry were known from Candlekeep to Sorcerer. Under his tutelage, the Sharans built the Great Forge, which could heat mithril with such vigor as to turn it to adamantine, with this astonishing metal that could mold the finest blades and armor. Yet the Jewel of Yali's eye was not the forge itself, but the protector he conjured from the magma to guard it, a construct said to be so mighty that no blade could fell it, and no spell could pierce it. Instructions for operating the Great Forge are listed underneath. Ingredients: raw mithril ore and a proper mold. Place the ore and mold into their respective chambers. Pull the lever to lower the hammer and prepare the ore for smelting. Open the valve to allow lava into the crucible, and drop the hammer again to forge the product.
The adamantine forge. The same the wizard Duin was hunting for, it seems.
In Mexico City.
corpse regards you lifelessly.
What is this book I found next to you?
The secret to mastering the adamantine forge. Book disguised by magic.
What is the adamantine forge?
Lost workshop of Siluviali. Finest weapons in all creation.
Do you know where to find the forge?
Dawn knows, but cannot tell.
Who are you?
Zagrim, conjurer, seeker.
So, that's right, it wasn't near that Dorn told us about, it was this guy. How did you die?
Battle with rival. Summoned spectator.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, let's combine the staff that we found. Let's go with the latest. Oh, there's 3 pieces. I think we only have the 2. But it says just a screw that sticks out the top, and this screws onto something. So I wonder if there's a gem that goes in the hilt. I haven't found anything else that hints that it would be a part of this item, right? I don't think so. Alright, we'll hold off on that for now then. Let's swap out Astarion for Will, but... And a Will just offers so much... Sorry, Astarion offers so much utility. It's hard to do that. But we need to get back to camp and equip Will real quick. That'll help with our encumbrance. Which we've mostly taken care of already anyway, with the...
Light on my feet.
Oh, he's in camp.
It is time. We take death to the Dwergar.
Alright, let us... drop Astarion real quick.
You again. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special. I guess I'll spend my evenings lounging here while you do all the hard work. It sounds awful.
It's not the actual lockpicking that I'm concerned about, because we have Gale with knock. But it's the perception checks.
Well met. That's the spirit.
I really like the weapon he has equipped.
Sharp as ever.
We're gonna go with the Baneful. It doesn't matter if he's proficient with it, because hacked weapon takes care of that. We could also give him a shield. We have a few of those laying around. At least until we can get the duelist fighting style, if he can even get it. Oh, that looks cool. Not the coloration necessarily, but the style. Then he gets this as well. I guess that's it for now. He doesn't need a ranged weapon. And he can have this. That will hide. Well, doesn't look too bad. Yeah, we'll keep it like that.
Is that blood?
I am tempted to swap him out for Astarion right now.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
Treats him as a merchant, but
Never wanted the easy path.
not the kind I'm looking for. Yeah, I might keep Will in the party for a bit. If we ever see a perception check, we can always come back to camp, grab Astarion, and come back. So it's not the end of the world. What does he have for gloves?
Blade at the ready.
Oh, Doomlobber. That is pretty good. But boosting his dexterity to 18 is also pretty good.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Tough call. Alright, let's head back. We'll keep Will in the party for now. Probably should have grabbed a bunch of loot to sell. I might do that off camera. That's going to take some time, and it's not be the most exciting to watch. So off camera, I may just make some runs between camp and here to sell a lot of that Githyanki equipment that we picked up, along with a lot of other stuff. We spent a lot of money, and I need to replenish my funds. So, either way, I'm going to call it here for now. Off camera, I will sell all the stuff that we picked up. And we'll pick up from there next time. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.